Welcome to another pre-recorded video because we have construction going on in the house. So anyway, I wanted to make this video like a Poshmark scam video. I was going to call it something like that, but I was like, I don't know if I'm jumping to conclusions by calling it a scam right away. So I'm going to tell you guys the story of what happened and how Poshmark handled it. Let me start by saying I sell a ton of things on Poshmark, from designer bags to other designer bags to retail clothes to retail jewelry to used things. And recently I've been going around the house trying to get rid of as much as possible, so I've been selling it on all my online platforms. Now after my wedding, well actually before my wedding, my mom went crazy getting me things for my wedding. She got me, at my engagement party, she came there with a bunch of stuff for me, and one of the things was a garter. And it was what I used for my something blue, so it had like a blue stitch in it. It was a throwaway and the keepsake one. And then I think it was my shower, she got me another garter because she couldn't remember if she got me a garter. Like, that is so my mom. And this garter had like rhinestones on it. It was really, really beautiful, but I wanted to use the blue one as my something blue because it had like that ribbon in it. And also, I just didn't want it to snag on my dress, because you know, like sometimes when like rhinestones, they like snag on things, and like I just didn't want that to happen to the inside of my wedding dress. And plus it was very heavy because it had rhinestones on it and pearls. So I was like, I'm not going to use this. I absolutely loved it, but going through everything and trying to get rid of a lot of stuff, I decided to sell it on Poshmark. Okay, so I looked it up, and the price, it was originally purchased from an Etsy shop, I believe. That's what the tag had on it. It was still new with tags. And I believe it was like $25, which is like super freaking expensive for a garter. But anyway, I put it on Poshmark, I think for $15, and somebody offered me $9. And I'm like totally in the zone right now, so it's like if you offer me something like, and it's not like $1, like I am accepting it and I'm moving on with my day. Like, I'm just trying to clear out this house as much as possible because we have so much junk in it. So somebody offered me $9. I said yes, and I shipped it on its way. I made sure that it was wrapped really well. Let me read the description before I tell you what happened of my Poshmark description for it. The title was Rhinestone Pearl Keepsake and Toss Garter Set. Size was OS, which means like there's no size. So the description was Rhinestone Keepsake and Toss Garter Set. This is an absolutely exquisite keep and toss garter set of rhinestone and pearls. One size stretches, new with tags, bridal, perfect for your wedding day. As I had mentioned in a previous video, I am very lazy with my Poshmark descriptions, but I'm trying to get better at it. But anyway, and then I had the color was white, etc., etc., right? Okay, ship it on its way, and then all of a sudden I get this thing from Poshmark that a case has been opened. When I saw it, I was waking up, and like the first thing I do is check my phone for like emails and all my, you know, platforms that I sell on. That's the first thing I do, which is probably not the best thing, because I've read a lot of places like don't do that first thing in the morning, because when something like this happens, it kind of like upsets your whole freaking day, which is so true. So anyway, that's what I do in the morning. That's how I get up. And I see this thing, and I immediately felt the way I feel when I sell on eBay. And so I write on it and I say, I don't know what this case is about. I have multiple pictures of this on all different backgrounds, which I did because I kept on taking it on different backgrounds, because sometimes rhinestones like don't come out very nice. Like some pictures just don't do justice, some backgrounds don't do justice. So I had it in like all these different lightings on all these different things, because I know it's like such a beautiful, beautiful piece. So I wrote pretty much, I don't remember exactly what I wrote, but I pretty much wrote like, I don't know what this is about. I took pictures of this on multiple different backgrounds, so you could see exactly what it looks like. It is exactly as described. It is new with tags. It still had the tags on it. In the pictures, you could see the tags are still attached to it. I really don't know what the problem is. I have sold things from Burberry bags to Coach bags to retail clothing, and never once have I had a problem. And I continue to say, you know, I have perfect feedback on Poshmark, and I wouldn't jeopardize it by selling something that isn't as described for $9 when I'm only making $6 out of it. Meanwhile, I have perfect feedback because I sold things like a $500 bag. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. So now I send that on its way, and then I check my email, and it says that the size was wrong. The size wasn't as described, or something along the lines of like the sizing was wrong, incorrect. The sizing was incorrect. So I'm like, did I put a size in the description? So I reread the description, which I'm not going to torture you guys with by rereading it, but pretty much I don't have a size in there. It says that it stretches. So now I'm like looking up garters, like frantically looking up garters, and I'm like, do garters have sizes? And I just totally missed this because the last time I checked, garters are just like one size fits most, you know? So I'm looking it up and I find the store that I got this from, and you can see that there aren't any sizes. It says that it stretches, which is exactly what I had in there. So I write again to Poshmark. How could this be the wrong size when I never specified a size in my description? Garters don't typically have sizes. And all of a sudden, like within the hour, literally, Poshmark sends me like an email or whatever that says we reviewed the case and we're pretty much dismissing the case. You're getting your money. We're giving you your funds. And I was like so beyond happy because I have been like #1 supporter of Poshmark, and when this happened, I just kind of felt like, ugh, why? Like this is crap, you know? Like I just felt like so discouraged from it, and I was like just like feeling down. And then when Poshmark came back, like that's something that eBay would never do. Like they would be like, no, sorry, like keep your money. And Poshmark was like, we reviewed it, and I'm sure, like I was talking to my husband about it, and I was like, there are probably so many people that like something like this happens and it's over like a $5 item, and they're like, whatever, or maybe they don't see the email, or maybe they don't log into their Poshmark that day and they don't see that a case is even open, and they never respond, and they just lose their money and they lose their product, and like that sucks. So like I was so happy that like I wrote back to them and I like had a chance to say what I had to say, and I feel like if I didn't do that, I would have just like forfeited the money. So I would have been out the $25 garter, and I would have been out the $9 or the $6, I think is what I wind up getting from it. So I was like super happy that that happened. Now, so I don't know if this is like considered a scam. I don't know if this is something that people are doing and they're just hoping that people are just lazy and they don't fight back, you know, or like plead their case. I don't know. So I didn't want to like really call this a scam, but this was like my one experience, my one negative experience with Poshmark that Poshmark wound up turning into a positive experience. So having said that, I still have 100% feedback on my Poshmark, and my closet is still happening, and I'm really excited that this is the way that Poshmark handles their issues. I'm glad that they actually listened to what I had to say. I'm glad that they were actually reviewed the case and saw that I wasn't in the wrong. And the only thing that I am kind of upset about is that the garter is so beautiful, and I wished that it went in the hands of somebody who appreciated it. That's kind of the only thing that I kind of feel like, I'm sure this person's either going to toss it or like, I don't know, maybe it does fit them and they're just full of crap. I have no idea, but I just hope that they appreciate it, and I hope that they wear it with love, and that's kind of like the only thing that I kind of feel a little about. But besides that, I'm really happy. So thank you, Poshmark, and thank you everybody for watching. Guys, just be aware that this stuff does happen, so make sure you take a lot of pictures of your stuff. Make sure that your listings do specify your product. I know that I said I get lazy on my Poshmark descriptions, but this is something just to think about. Do your research, do your homework, and believe in what you're selling, because if you don't believe in it, you'll just be like, okay, yeah, you're right, it wasn't the right size, but most times it's not your fault. So anyway, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.